Here's what you need to watch out for. Locally, policy volatility, FS prayer, talent, mobility. What is traction? Sabi? No story. What is the next one? AI automation and raising performance expectation. Customer reward reliability over high. So you have to pay attention to service. So you have to stay what? Stay lean, learn fast, and execute consistently. Let's move to the next one. Playing to win. We are going to stand up and read this one together. Are you ready?
Yes.
How do we play to win now? Number one.
Solve one painful problem extremely well.
Pay attention to this place. Extremely well. What's the next one?
Stay lean and adaptable.
As changes keep coming, it needs to expand. Okay, we need to change. What's the next one?
Measure outcomes, not efforts.
I told mommy, our next question is very simple. In the last 1 year, what are your achievements? And you must ask yourself, there are no achievements. Go and work at it. Okay? What is the next one?
Build models that earn in more than one currency.
That's where I started from. When we give you wisdom.
Amen.
What's the last one?
Partner strategically to scale faster.
So, ask yourself, I want to ask you. I think that's the last one. Let's go. I think that should be the last thing. Oh, my final thought. Does this kind of look like me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Global impact does not require relocation, though. It requires what?
Relocation.
The world does not need more generic ideas. It needs deeply local solutions. People with a global mindset. Let's read together. One, build where you are, think globally, design like the world is watching, execute with clarity, courage, and consistency. That's how impact are multiplied. Listen, the next globally relevant solution is in this room.
Yes, that's me.
It's where?
Yes, it is me. I'm the one.
I'm a great I want to say thank you for listening to me. You will have questions. You think maybe or I will answer the
Please, let's put our hands together. The next slide. One of the benefits of being a member of EBB is access. Access to the speaker. He has actually promised that if we contact him, he will always attend to us. So as EBB members, we can always access Mr. Fola Vincent. And he will be around. He's not leaving immediately. Mr. Fola, you will stay with us, right? For information technology, they will say if you eat, you will die. If you don't eat, you will die. So all die.
All die.
So the other, because I enjoy eating watermelon a lot, the other day I started reading again. They say if I eat it too much, it will begin to affect my health. And then I went on social media and said, let me die. Watermelon. So we just need to move our body a bit, you know. Because we're going to be sitting there again for the next 1 hour, so we can help us just DJ your sleep, you know.
Yes, because maybe we do my head, my shoulder.
Anyone.
Yes. So we have to those times when we were young. It's very simple. My head, my shoulder, my knees. Yes. It's very simple. Hope you know where your head.
Yes,
No, we are going to be increasing the tempo. You understand? So we start this way, then we increase the tempo. You understand? So let's go. Do mi, ẹsẹ̀, orí mi, èjìká, orúnkún, ẹsẹ̀.
Hit it! Boom! You to move your body.
Faster!
Hit it!
Articulate. Popularly known as T, is a distinguished grace and poise with a unique blend of faith,
professional expertise and creative passion. A graduate of accountancy, he spent over a decade in the banking sector, honing her skills in precision, discipline, and leadership before transitioning into a true calling of encouraging individuals to present their best selves to the world with the currency of faith, consistency, and resilience. Let's put our hands together as I welcome this.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Beauty of the Most High. Wow. First of all, I bring you greetings from my husband of 17 years. Please clap for my husband. It is only my husband that can set me here. I'm blessed. There are some men that their wives are in another room. So appreciating for me, thank you so very much. I know you can see me somehow. Then I want to say thank you to my honorable sister-in-law. Thank you, Sake, like I usually call you. And everyone here, EBB advisors, thank you, sir. Thank you for being a force. And my first speaker, Dr. Fola, thank you so much. I added a doctor right there.
Yes.
Dr. Fola, thank you so much. That was powerful. EBB ambassadors, where are we?
Yeah.
We did here.
Thank you so much. You know, one thing is to have a vision, another is to have people supporting you. Okay. I jokingly tell people you cannot do life alone. Jesus, I'm a faith person, so I'll call Jesus. When Jesus came to the earth, Jesus had to hire people. He was a strategist. Inside his team, he had a weary like Peter. Inside that team, he had a tax collector. You think he didn't know why I had Judas Iscariot? Yes. That person that broke your heart was part of the assignment. Because if he or she did not break your heart, you won't be where you are today. Perhaps you have been married to one way guy somewhere, one way baby, who will not allow you to be with you. So thank you so much. Thank you. So I'll go straight to why I'm here. Dr. Fola spoke about global impact. I'm a believer, I'm a preacher, I'm a teacher of global impact. If everything around you cannot be exported, you are failed. So when they ask you, who are you? The journey, the gifts of identity cannot be emphasized. Jesus asked his disciples, who do men say I am? That was a question of identity. And before you know who you are, you should actually know why you were made. And then when you know why you were made, who you are, how do you package yourself? So imagine that Jesus, I sorry, I have to use Jesus. You know my name. Because I listen to Cosmos Manuka, he's one of my favorite men. On global stage, he brought out to speak by I thought I was going to bring out this policy, I was ready to screenshot. You know. But why am I saying that? A lot of us, both faith, you realize that we just say we do it anyhow. I'm sorry to say, with all respect to believers, you just walk in anyhow, you do things anyhow, you say things anyhow, and you say, take me as I am, we are tired. We don't want to take you as you are because you're for global impact. So why I said Jesus? There was a scripture that said they had to cast lot for his garment. If it was smelling, would they cast lot? Think about it. So today I'm here to speak on cultivating executive presence for global influence. So let's do something. Can we start? Thank you. Now, are we all standing?
Yes.
Take one slow breath. Together. 1, 2. Let's sit. Let's sit. As you're dropping your breath, don't sit down. Thank you. Executive presence begins before you speak. So when next you want to have the conversation, breathe in before you speak. In this part of the world, we speak. We don't care to listen to people. And even when we listen to people, we don't hear. Hello?
Hi.
We listen and we don't hear. I watched an interview, I think like 2 or 3 years ago, where they chatted with Bosman Dad. And he had an interview with it was CNN or so, one of these reporters. And the lady asked, so we are expecting Black Panther 2. And he said, I'll be dead. Nobody paid attention to that statement until he died. If someone did, we would have known that he was dealing with something and he was going to die. So today we are focusing on something that's often talked about, but rarely taught clearly. Executive presence. This is not about becoming triumph. This is not about becoming Malake, but it is becoming confident. And I usually say, being confident is not speaking through your nose. I don't know what they're saying, I just want to that's not confidence. I need to hear you clearly. I need to understand why you're speaking. I need to know why you're here. Do we know that now, with the emergence of artificial intelligence, mobile phones and everything, people are now looking for human expression without knowing. So before you speak, the first thing that speaks is your body language. We are in a culture, the Yoruba culture, we are taught, or we were taught, not to look at elders when you're speaking. But you can't do that on global platforms. Yes. If you're on a global platform and you look at someone, you're talking to someone, and your eyes are down, it automatically means that what you're saying are lies. Yes. A white man will look at you and like, why are you evasive? So now I want to define executive presence. Executive presence is the ability to project confidence, credibility, and authority. If Dr. Fola came here and spoke to us with one just, okay, I'm saying, will you invite him next time? You're selling tomatoes. There is a way you will market tomatoes to me. I'll buy 2 baskets. But there is a way you will speak to me. I'll first look from the bottom and you'll be like, say this thing don't spoil. There isn't a way you package yourself to sell tomatoes to me, and in fact, as I'm cooking the tomatoes, I'm imagining how dirty it looked when I bought it, and I may not want to eat it. And all this adds up to executive presence. How do I present myself? How is my confidence level? How is my credibility? said authority. So am I a force? I'm an educator. How do I teach students? Am I one of those teachers or educators that students will come to me and say, don't mind Mrs. Maybe let's say Mrs. Clark. She doesn't even know how to teach chemistry. Meanwhile, you are good. But the way you're presenting yourself makes it boring. You're going to school as an educator. You know there's this saying, teachers are not paid well, so let me just come the way I am. So you just have you have your wig cap on your head and you come. The next time you're going to climb that stage to teach, ask yourself, can I speak in the White House? They call me I'm invited to speak in Oshogo. Will I just say, I'm going to Oshogo, so let me know? No. How do I carry myself? Why does executive presence matter? I believe so much in the vision of EBB. And it's not a coincidence that the founder does not live here. So I'm a faith person. So if I am opportune to be a member in EBB, I will never think about other Lagos. I won't. Because the fortunate thing now, Dr. Fola said it, I was listening to Mr. Fusipe Mampayo yesterday, and he said something that blew my mind. He said his IT guy lives in India, his executive assistant lives in Kenya. He was listing countries. The man is in South Africa. And I just said to myself, this is what the world has turned into. So if you don't align, you will be left behind. And the truth is, some people have left us. In fact, some of our children, when our children speak to us, they just look at us and they shake their head. Yes. They will just shake their head. Imagine my son saying to me, I didn't know you know what chlorophyll is. I said, what's chlorophyll? Dr. Fola spoke about artificial intelligence. My JS3 daughter is already working on artificial intelligence. It's a law in their schools. You must. So you're doing anything, they tell you pass it through here. So we have to think globally. And for you to operate globally, you need to carry yourself globally. So I said, why executive presence matters? People decide trust it quickly. Presence is felt before it's analyzed. Global impact leadership amplifies impact. People make decisions about trust far faster than we realize. Often before content is processed, presence is already. Your presence travels further than you do across cultures, screens, and reputations. It is not a nice to have, it's a leadership capability. And every one of us are leaders. So sometimes I look at people, Oga said something that touched me that made me that grabbed me Dr. Fola, that he made a post and went to delete it. I joined Facebook in 2011. I have never, I intentionally bring up my memories. Because somehow I've always just had, there's something that banking does to us. It just puts you on an excellent platform, whether you like it or not. So I've always had this mindset. This thing I'm dropping out here, if it comes out, what happens? I rather not put it. And I say to young ones, like us, I'm old enough to both, at least. So I'm young and I'm old. So I can operate as a Gen Z and I can operate like a Gen Alpha. So I tell Gen Zs when I speak to them, you have lost the liberty to make mistakes. When I was quite younger, in the days of diary, you write down everything. And then after 10 years, when you're done, you can tear it. But you have everything on digital footprints. So you have lost the liberty to make some of the mistakes that we made. So your generation is hit and you fail forward, but there are some mistakes you make. Oh, will need a whole generation to pray for you. So why would you put yourself in that? So I said here, what executive presence really is. It's confidence, it's clarity, it's connection. No jargons, no long grammar. Confidence, clarity, connection. When you live here, ask yourself, I see people setting goals 2026, I'm already in 2026. What is that thing I need to change to appear executively? Rich people like us, delete it. Or rich people like them, sorry, when they are talking, these rich people, delete it. I'm made for global impact. Can we say that?
I'm made for global impact.
So therefore, I carry myself
Executively.
Delete it. There is a way you will soon lose your confidence. When people are confident around you, think they are proud. They are not proud, they just don't know. They just know what they carry. If you don't know it, Google it. You don't need to come. In fact, say the most anointing intelligently. You have God know that you made a mistake. But there's a way you package it, they'll look at it. I think this thing is actually correct. Confidence is not arrogance. Clarity, not complexity. And connection, not performance. So executive presence is confidence, not arrogance. Then clarity. I don't know if I should say this. My dear educators, how many educators we have in the house? Here we are. Some of us, when we have to meet, we have to go and look for dictionaries. You just say today, I want to show those students. So you say it's tantamount to the clarification of the Ogaroga. Like I was speaking. Do they matter? Those things matter. Of course they do. But you have to be clear and concise. Simple. They say less is more. And it is behavioral. So it's something that has to be part of you. When I entered the room, who just walked in? Who just walked in? It's triumph. For those that met me yesterday, no, we didn't even speak. But I'm sure that each and every one of you have had an impression when you saw me. With or without makeup. So that's the presence we carry, and our body and the presence is powerful. Some people say when you see a pastor, he just falls out. It's not. There's something they would have done over time that makes their presence so noticeable and impactful. Before they even speak, when they now say, "Oh, I expected this." Executive presence is not loudness. Should I shake that table? I know we are Yoruba. But there are some boardrooms you enter as a global influencer. The next room should not hear your voice. So you're on the phone in the train and everybody knows what he left behind. Hello? Just carry the onions that I just carry, and everybody's just looking at you. That's not how we make impact globally. So it's something that you daily imbibe, you daily work, and they vary from culture. But the global culture is not loudness. But when you're too loud, the first thing they ask you in the same countries, are you okay? You fine? You sure you're fine? You need some help? to us, they made Africa so little. But we are giants. We are giants. So what reads as confidence in one culture may read as aggressive in another. And what feels polite in one place may feel vague elsewhere. So when I teach culture and voice, people ask me, why do you go into culture and voice? I said, because there are things that we learned that we need to learn and then relearn. Are we trying to eradicate culture? No, we aren't. But there are places you go, you need to understand their culture. So I said to someone, I was in a class, a points class, led by a white lady. And she said, it is an insult to eat fufu with fork and knife. I said, wow. But we here, we thought we are woke now, we carry fork and knife. He said, it's an insult. The original intent for fufu was hand. So why are you using fork and knife? We can't be. So that's why I said culture across board. So when you go to the White House, you can't prostrate to meet a white man. It's a culture, but it's strange to the white man. So for someone who is thinking global, you need to understand all this in executive presence. Self-awareness. I want us to do something. Okay? Okay. I need us to stand again. My class is always very interactive, you don't mind me. Walk around the room quietly in 1 minute. Just your corner. Just to walk. Just create space and just walk. Make eye contact, but don't speak. Make eye contact. Everyone you can, but don't speak. My sister just halt. Make eye contact. Now we can sit. I'm going to ask 3 people.
I noticed Dr. Raji came. I noticed the guys at the table operating the laptop, one thing, they have something they're putting up. What does the guy do?
Okay, amongst all, who do you feel was grounded?
Who person was grounded?
Grounded.
Apart from myself.
Yes.
Maybe she's standing, she's grounded, she's not distracted by any other thing.
Okay. What did I notice? I noticed. Oh, sorry, ma'am. I need to follow.
Is it Mrs. Obila?
Yes. I noticed you, ma'am.
Oh, really?
Yes, I did. Now, did I feel you were grounded? At some point, it was as if you were looking for something. But you weren't. You see that? So when I did that, a lot of times you just walk past people. You just walk past. You know, we roam. Let me use that word in quotes. We go. And then the next thing, we ask ourselves, what happened? Who did you notice? What did you see? We basically don't know. And for you to be a leader, you need to be able to read everyone in the room. It's a difficult task. I came in here yesterday, and I can tell you I don't work and ask for water. Aside the people that I met. lead, and that is part of executive presence. Your presence is so key, and the next person's presence too is so key and very important. And then presence is energy. Energy. What energy do you bring into the space? There are people that you don't just want to see them around you. You will not want to see them. No matter how wealthy, no matter how exposed they are, but when they come into your space, the energy they bring can destroy everything. We are all saying new me, new you, very, very happy new year, new goals. There is nothing like new goals. In fact, I want to put up a post when I'm here. Some of you need to go back to what you did last year. You don't need to do anything. Just start now. So when I'm in a place, what aura do I bring? Do I complain about the government every time? Do I complain about my salary every time? Or do I bring light and joy to the room? Those are all key part of executive presence. You enter the room and the room is lit. Are we still together?
Sure. Yes.
Cultural lens swap. I want to ask two people. Cultural lens swap. Cultural. We are speaking global. What culture do you think works? If I woke you up in the middle of the night or anywhere you sleep, I just said, tell me about a culture that works. What would you say?
I've mentioned country.
Yes, countries there.
Yeah, maybe China and America.
Why?
Because China is more like a 24-hour community. They work around the clock. And America too is like that, depending on the stage where you are.
But you know that in that culture, there are still people that don't work like that. But they've been able to create something that we have all believed and worked with. So with that, now swap it back to us. What are they doing that we are not doing?
Like China is building skills and capacity around the world.
But do you know that we have been skillful in Nigeria since I was born? Yes, ma'am. I told someone recently that I was growing up, I knew a young man by the name of Sebastian who used to play tennis and he can lob like 50 balls and he won't drop. Today he's pushing truck. The system failed. So, when we are going across cultures to speak, the first thing, like Dr. Fala said, ask myself, ask yourself. If I'm here and I'm there, what happens? The triumph here and the triumph global, what makes the difference?
System.
So, can I be a system? So write it down. Executive presence with systems, and I am the system. When you first become a system and a structure, you will complain less. I know someone, if they put all of us in Aso Rock, 99% of us will fail. We think we can change the system until you go in there. Who beats the traffic? Somebody hits your car today, you come out of the vehicle and fight. Are you executive? So if a car hits that note today, you need to come down and fight. It's still part of executive presence. We are very global. Self-awareness under pressure. When we are under pressure, how do we manage pressure? Sir, please, when you're under pressure, how do you manage pressure? Procurement manager. So as a procurement manager, you walk into your office, your system crashes. All the goods you supply, you've not got any points. Your boss comes in and says, you're very useless man, you're not done anything. What will you do? Don't think.
I will have to sit back and manage my temperament before I can confront anything.
But what's the best response?
It will feel like a fire to fire.
You may not be able to talk to your boss, but inside your mind you say, this man, if you were just smart, he would also beat you like this. And guess what? You reflect on him. And we are in a system that if you are not careful, pressure will so squeeze you. Yesterday I was in one. Now I was thinking the light was off. I said, oh, I'm coming to teach executive presence. I called the intercom like 10 times, nobody picked. See, if I just go out now, I'll just executive presence. So we are thrown and faced with pressure so much that you cannot afford to take this topic for granted. Sit down and study. I may not teach everything. Every day, from school to the bus stop, everything puts pressure on you. But globally, I'm going global. If I go into a system, I listen to Dr. Mix Lobongo. He said he got into America and then he had to drive. But because he still had Lagos in his head, so he got to one junction, I think he was trying to. So the man just said, "Hey, you can go." By the third time, the wife said, "You have not left Lagos." So that's what happens to us when we are not conscious and we are global influencers. So like I asked, what do you do when you're under pressure? Speaking with impact. How many minutes do I have? I'm getting too much. Speaking with impact. Pace, tone, and silence matter. Awareness precedes influence. We don't lose presence under pressure. We revert to habits. That's why I asked that question. We just revert to habits. So we have to learn and relearn. And for you to learn new habits, psychologists say you have to practice it 21 times. Yes. Every day. It forms. Speeding up, feeling silence, over-explaining, these are human responses, but they send signals. Dear Niger, I walk into your business premises, there's no like, we didn't have meter card, so by the time we're loading, those people now remove the card. After the card, generator, we're trying to. Now once you explain, you send the wrong signal. The first thing that comes to me will be, I hope this person can deliver. These are human responses, quite alright. But the first thing that comes to anyone who wants to do business with you is, I hope this person can deliver. And people will say, if somebody wants to give you a cloth, you look at what the person is wearing. So can this person deliver? I'm coming to teach on grace. I call myself Grace and Voice Coach. Can I really deliver? So the starting point for presence is noticing what you do, especially when it matters the most. What do you do when it matters the most? If they take everything from you, who are you? The one message rule. For someone who is global or who wants to be globally placed, before you ask yourself, before you speak, ask yourself one question. What is the one thing I want people to remember about me? As a businessman, as an educator, as a teacher, as a consultant, what is that one thing I want people to remember me for? So when I leave the room today, what should triumph be remembered for? Clarity carries authority. You have to be clear. What do I want? What am I trying to sell to you? I want to sell my services. In 5 sentences, what do I want to? People are not that patient. People are not. So if I call you to pitch something and, okay, I now do this, I now talk, I'm already, can we just, I want to say something, but let me not say it. When leaders speak in headlines rather than paragraphs, people listen. When leaders speak in headlines, so when we started writing letters for application letters, you will see, dear sir, application for the role of customer service officer. 1,001 times it's been proven that it was just that headline that they read. So when you now say application for job, then you now go, yes sir, I am tired, I'm in customer service. They've passed, they left you. So when leaders speak in headlines rather than paragraphs, people listen. So the next slide, communication that carries weight. So we're talking about speaking, oh, I'm not supposed to speak in paragraph length things. What are the things that really make my communication weighty? Number 1, brevity over brilliance. Structure creates calm. Stillness signals confidence. Dear parents, that's your Gen Z just wants to sit down, talk to you, and you listen. What they did to us was child abuse, bullying. Mommy, sorry. Now our head was correct, which is still part of. That's why I said I'm a grace culture and boys coach. So we bring all together. They refine it. They say to whom much is given, much is expected. We have more now to do better. So sometimes our children just want us to listen. Yes. Sometimes our children want us to do a slide like Dr. Fala. I'm sure we don't know. There are some children we have that just want to watch that slide. You're talking to them about obedience. You want to see it. So stillness. So when you're still and looking at them, you may not even have a response to what they're saying to you, but they just shall know that the confidence you have in just listening, you have a solution. You don't need to sound impressive to be influential at all. Now we live in the world of packaging. You package social media, package influencer, package everything. Then when it is time to deliver, the mind goes off. The lights go off. I'm telling you, that's the truth. It may sound so hard, but like Dr. Fola said, I'm sorry if I come to Ibadan and I need a DJ, I will hire the DJ we hired today, with all due respect. I don't care what happened, I don't care what went wrong. Me, I hear that somebody's coming from Odo Igbo to do EBP. They will know DJ. I will so fix a thing there, even if they don't pay me money. I say, Odo Igbo. But that's just a mindset. Why we teach the executive presence, you have limited executive presence in directors, bankers, it's everywhere. Everywhere. Students, teachers, market women. There's a guy I buy this one day, the guy had a towel on his snap. We will say market. How? So he had a towel, he had one here, So anytime the blood drips out, when they go to, you know the way they hang, he would just mop it and say, I'm your customer. Packaging. Even when he enters the market, in fact, his neighbor even said, that Friday never should come, if you come today, we go no. Because his table is different. He's not educated. It's not about English. I just tell him, madam, you want to buy one boots? I say, yes, give me one boots. You know the English as a skill. If anything happens today, they say, he invites the good seller to the White House. I'll go and look for him. So structure helps others follow your thinking, yeah? And physical stillness, fewer gestures, less movement, often communicates more authority than words. Now, I want to talk about the power of silence. These are all under executive presence. Silence is not weakness. Pause increases impact. So when you're talking, if you're a fast talker, once in a while, pause. Read the room. Read the person you're speaking to. As I'm talking to you, I'm watching everybody. But once I see that you're tired, I'm not doing anything. People like us, you don't have energy to, but we know when people learn. So you're just talking, and you're just going. And then the next thing, are you getting me? Are you getting me? I'm getting you. So you pause. So when you're having a communication with your students or your clients, as you're going on, pause and look at the person. You don't even need to say anything. Just watch. And then the next question will follow. Do I add more? Do you need more? Or what do you want me to do for yourself? When you're going for conferences, for those speakers, when you attend a conference, take your attention from impressing people to impacting people. That person that is shouting may not be the person you're impacting. That right answer, preach Papa, tell them. When they leave that place, ask them how they say, oh God, it was well thick. But that one that was quiet is the one that actually took the message. So the power of silence. Silence is not weakness. Never. Many people rush to feel silence because it feels uncomfortable. But silence, used deliberately, increases impact. There's someone I honor in this show a lot since yesterday. Mr. Gundari. Yes. He's just there. I've not been watching him since yesterday. But these are the real powerful timber. When they speak their words, when he said we should roll our hands, I say, but it's only Mr. Gundari can tell me to do this one. That's the influence. A pause gives your words weight. It also gives you control of the room. It gives you control of the room. So I just paused. Ma, the third lady, what was the last thing I said? You, ma. Yes, please.
It was science. Yes.
That was not the last thing I said.
No. Boss, what was the last thing you said? Assurance person in a call center.
What else you do?
That's what I do.
What's your name?
Mary.
What makes Mary? Mary. So if I were to give you 20 million naira today, what would Mary do with 20 million?
Okay. I have my class I will invest in it.
Invest in what? So when we all live here today, I want to give us something to do. Write your name, and beside your name, think about that thing that makes you you. That's my assignment too. I will tell you to submit it to. In uncertain moments, people look to leaders for emotional cues, not answers. Your calm or lack of it becomes contagious. Executive presence under pressure means slowing down when others speed up and responding thoughtfully rather than reacting instinctively. We all act on instinct, impulse, move. We move. Lagos people, jump in, jump down. We are there. Bam, bam, bam. No. Executive presence is calm, demure, still, cutesy. Where are my Gen Zs?
We're here.
We are here.
Give me another one. Composure, still, switch other one.
Smile.
Authenticity and trust are close from them. Presence is not a mask. Consistency builds credibility. Values anchor influence. Presence is not about wearing a professional mask. People trust leaders who are consistent, who sound like the same person in private as they do in public. So my daughter came back from school. Don't mind my like sharing stories about my children. So my daughter came back from school one day, and we just got into a conversation. And I said, "Tell me about your English teacher." I said, "Ah, mommy, I don't like that man." He said, "Why?" He said, "He just come and speak fake accent. He know what I'm saying. I'm trying to say." So one day, something happened. The man was on the phone, and the man was like something. If I catch the person, then when he now saw this, so like I was saying. Now that things affected me negatively. That when they had their school program, the man took a mic and I started laughing like a bushwoman. And then the man did not disappoint us. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to GKK. We are here to. Why is it not? Why is it not? So like we were saying, I just started laughing. It's not a mask. It's not accent. It's not. Just speak. Let me hear you. If you show to show, speak picture. You see, they are connected. They are connected. We are communicating. I bring up so. It gets as you go enter bus stop with your boys. You just say, "Okay, so when I talk, we say no wonder the boss so." But we communicated. It's not a mask. You're not consistent. Why are we holding our leaders today? They'll tell you day to day. Tomorrow they tell you B. You can't grow if you are not consistent. They say consistency is doing the tiny little things daily. You exercise, you walk 10 minutes every day, you are better than the person that went to the gym for 5 hours. When presence is anchored in values, it feels real and trust follows. So if you want to imbibe executive presence, you must have values. Miss Blessing, give me 2 values that you are known for.
For accuracy, and I'm known for honesty.
Please, who can attest to that?
I can.
So what should you give Miss Blessing today? I owe you something.
Thank you.
So you see, immediately it wasn't. You won't have that sudden response. So, executive presence breeds values. And values is individualized, it's personalized. When I known for? I'm accurate. And because I'm accurate, everything, in fact, I can attest to that. I had to send her a message. I said, you are too efficient. Because I won't read my message. That is the only goal I want God to help me to receive. Let me just be reading messages and responding. That's my own weakness. So. Birthday would have passed and I remember, I'll call, I will till 5 minutes. But when it's money, shall be punished. So, values. What are my values? What am I known for? What will I be known for? Some of us, our children just look at us and say, you are in the house and you don't want to see his blessing. And you tell your daughter, go and tell her I'm not around. And then the next day, why are you telling lies? This is my daughter, why are you lying? She don't look at you. The lion does not give birth to a goat. Daily habits that build presence. Prepare. Pause. Reflect. Prepare. Pause. I call it PPR. Prepare, pause, reflect. Executive presence isn't built in big moments. It's built in ordinary ones. You're going to buy pure water. That person should say, there's something about that lady. There's just something about her. She enters the room, there's something about her. Preparing before key conversations. Don't just stand up to speak, no matter who you're speaking to. If you know you're not prepared, don't speak. I had an anger problem many years ago before I got married. I had to start, when you sit down to deal with yourself, and the first thing I learned then from, who was it? One of the speakers. I remember as well. It was a she. She said, when you are dealing with anger, say the first thing you need to do, start hitting yourself. When you hit yourself for so long and you're not feeling the pain, it means the anger has not stopped. And truly, it helped me. Sometimes when I look at it, I'm like, I used to be very angry. So you keep hitting yourself. That's what she said. I was like, 18 or 19 years ago. So pause before responding. Prepare before conversations, key conversations. Reflecting afterwards on what landed and what didn't. So when you go back, it's called self-accountability in executive presence. For every time you leave the room, go and reflect on what happened. It's carelessness not to reflect on your day. There are leaders that pay people to reflect for them. So there are conferences like as they're going back, you need to hand over the script of everything that happened that you your father. So reflect on your day. What happened today as a student? What did I do today? What did I add? What value did I add? What did I not add? What did I do wrong? What did I do right? The ones you did wrong, you take the lessons, leave the mistakes, and let it be going. But you must reflect on your day for you to influence globally, because that's exactly what world leaders do. For every day, why do we do NPR in banks? It's assessments. And if you have a kind of beer in my heart, Dr. Fala will understand. We have one beer. By the time it fires you. So what happened? What did you not do? What did you do? So you reflect on your day. So take home practice. Number one, pause before speaking.